Over the years on Songs of Praise, we've met many fathers with all kinds of thought-provoking stories. One that I particularly admired was the story of David Lyle from Northern Ireland, who told us movingly about his own son.
Matthew was a lovely, witty lad, and I'm not just saying that myself because I was his father. The letters we received about him after his death were heartbreaking because they were unanimous in painting this picture of a joyful, friendly, affable, kind, generous person, but yet he was a tormented soul. Drugs and addiction cursed his life and brought him to terrible places. It's a normal reaction for anyone faced with the terrible tragedy of losing your only son to ask the question why, and why us, why me? But we came through that, and indeed my wife was very, very clear in her thinking that God is sovereign. We were given new strength to come through that terrible period in our lives. Faith held us through it and brought us through it, and through all the doubts and the problems that you face with this, and the crushingness that you go through, and the times when you feel utterly broken. And it was faith, it was the love of Christ that brought us through it. I think it's very important in terms of dealing with the death of your only son that you actually celebrate the good memories you have. And I found that this is an important part of faith, and of biblical faith, that we are to approach everything with thanksgiving. I give thanks for Matthew's life. My wife Helen and myself started the website for Matthew because he had such important things to say about drugs and addiction, and his own words about how addiction had captured his life and enslaved him and destroyed his life. His own words are so powerful. This reality needed to be brought out to people in the hope that even one life might be saved from this misery that drug taking brings. In life, we're always dealing with the certainty of the unexpected. That is the biggest single reality that everybody watching this program faces. And I think that faith in the love of Christ, faith in the risen Christ, is an important way of dealing with the certainty of the unexpected.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Well, despite it being Father's Day, I've not had too much time to rest, have I? And I've ended up making my own tea. Just typical. But I tell you what, let's all of us just sit back and enjoy a great hymn to finish. News now of our next School Choir of the Year competition, which gets more exciting every year. We're looking for the best junior and senior school choirs in the land. So if you think your school choir has got what it takes, check out our website bbc.co.uk/songs of praise, where you'll find out all about the competition. You can also watch all of this year's finalists to see what your choir should aim for. Now, though the deadline isn't until the end of November, now is the time to plan to take part so that your choir doesn't miss the chance to be crowned national champions. And if you've never entered before, this could be your year.
Hallelujah! Yeah!
The Songs of Praise School Choir of the Year competition, where every voice counts. Next week, meet God's architect. I'll discover why 200 years after his birth, the churches and cathedrals designed by Augustus Pugin still echo his faith. And there'll be hymns galore from churches and cathedrals which inspired or were inspired by this grand designer's grand designs.
And next week's programme is earlier at 5 o'clock. Coming up today on BBC One, some fond memories of Enid Blyton's famous 5 on Country File in half an hour, after the news.